my name is Abby Lynch, and I'm the Teen Services Librarian at the Brookfield Library, back for another week of Teen Book Talks. This week's theme is winter books, so they are books that are set in cold weather or are set in the winter or sometimes just kind of have a winter vibe to them. And I tried to pick something from all different genres, so there's a little bit of a winter book for everybody. So I'll just get started. The first book is Five Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards, and this is like sort of a thriller. Mira needs to get home for the holidays badly. But when an incoming blizzard results in a canceled connection, it looks like Mira might get stuck at Philadelphia Airport indefinitely. And then Harper, Mira's glamorous seatmate from her initial flight, comes to the rescue. Harper and her three friends are renting a car, and they can drop Mira off on the way home. But as their trip begins, Mira discovers her fellow travelers aren't friends like she thought. They're total strangers, and every one of them seems to be hiding something dangerous. Soon, Mira is in a panic. The roads have gone from slippery to terrifying. People's belongings are mysteriously disappearing. Someone in their car is clearly lying, and Mira begins to suspect that one of them is sabotaging the trip. If she wants to make it home alive, she'll need to uncover the truth about these strangers before this nightmare drive turns fatal. So if you want some nail-biting suspense, you can check out Five Total Strangers for that dangerous blizzard vibe. That's Five Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards, and it is available in ebook and audiobook format on Hoopla, as well as the copy in the library. Next up, we have some nonfiction, Into the Clouds, The Race to Climb the World's Most Dangerous Mountain by Todd Olson. In 1953, as two men summit Mount Everest for the first time, Charlie Houston and a team of mountaineers carve a path up the second highest peak on Earth, the deadly K2. For Houston, reaching the top of K2 is a lifelong dream, an obsession that began 15 years earlier on his first expedition there. Since then, another American expedition has fallen apart on the remote, windswept mass of rock and ice. Now, Houston's team follows in their tracks, stumbling on camps abandoned during the bitter tragedy. With the summit in their grasp, a vicious storm and a sudden illness put their own expedition on the edge of disaster, turning their quest to conquer a mountain into one of the most daring rescue missions ever. 3 expeditions and a high mountain rivalry, 3 attempts at K2, one of the most grueling challenges the planet has to offer. At 250,000 feet, every choice will mean lives lost or saved and bonds broken or cemented for a lifetime. So if you are interested in nonfiction, if you are interested in survival stories or extreme weather, you can check out Into the Clouds. Next up is a graphic novel or a memoir in graphic format called Spinning by Tillie Walden, and I don't think it's necessarily 100% in the winter, but it's about ice skating, so thematically wintry. And it is a memoir of Tillie Walden. For 10 years, figure skating was Tillie Walden's life. She woke before dawn for morning lessons, went straight to group practice after school, and spent weekends competing in glitter and tights. It was a central piece of her identity, her safe haven from the stress of school, bullies, and family. But over time, as she switched schools, got into art, and fell in love with her first girlfriend, she began to question how the closed-minded world of figure skating fit in with the rest of her life. Poignant and captivating, this memoir captures what it's like to come of age, come out, and come to terms with leaving behind everyone you used to know. And I just wanted to show off some of the art. You can see from the cover it's got this purple and yellow, and inside it's got this great blue. It's 2 color illustrations, blue and yellow, and all of the chapter titles are a figure skating move and what she thinks about it. So this chapter 3 is flip jump, and it says, "I loved flips. You would launch yourself into the air by slamming the tip of your blade into the ice." So it has her sort of like little asides about what she thought of the moves, but they're just really cool illustrations. I think you really get a sense for how it feels to be learning about figure skating and practicing. So if you like sports type books as well, this does have a lot of that sort of practicing and working to improve sort of elements as well. And then I just really, when I was flipping through, came across this page of the rink with the yellow and the blue, and I thought it was really striking. I think a lot of the practices take place really early morning, and I think those 2 colors really bring out that really early morning, cold, wintry ice rink feeling. So that's Spinning by Tillie Walden. Next up is one for our fantasy fans, Snow Like Ashes by Sara Raasch. And it is a part of a series, so if you like the first one, there's at least 2 more books to read, I believe. And I'll go ahead and tell you about it. 16 years ago, the kingdom of winter was conquered and its citizens enslaved, leaving them without magic or a monarch. Now the Winterians' only hope for freedom is the 8 survivors who managed to escape and who have been waiting for the opportunity to steal back winter's magic and rebuild the kingdom ever since. Orphaned as an infant during winter's defeat, Mira has lived her whole life as a refugee raised by the Winterians' general, Sir, training to be a warrior and desperately in love with her best friend and future king, Mather. She would do anything to help winter rise to power again. So when scouts discover the location of the ancient locket that can restore their magic, Mira decides to go after it herself. Finally, she's scaling towers and fighting enemy soldiers just as she's always dreamed she would. But the mission doesn't go as planned, and Mira soon finds herself thrust into a world of evil magic and dangerous politics, and ultimately comes to realize that her destiny is never has been her own. So that's Snow Like Ashes by Sara Raasch, and it is available in ebook and audiobook format on Hoopla, as well as some of the other books in the series are available on Hoopla as well. So, and we have them in the library. So if you like the series, you can keep reading it in that format. I'm going to end with 2 different contemporary fiction books set in the holiday season. The first is Prince in Disguise by Stephanie Kate Strohm. I love this cover. It is so cozy looking. Oh, it just makes you want to bundle up with a sweater, have some hot chocolate. Life is real enough for Dylan, especially as the ordinary younger sister of Dusty, former Miss Mississippi and the most perfect popular girl in Tupelo. But when Dusty wins the hand of the handsome Scottish Lord-to-be Ronan on the TRC television network's crown jewel, Prince in Disguise, Dylan has to face a different kind of reality TV. As the camera crew whisks them off to Scotland to film the lead up to the wedding, camera-shy Dylan is front and center as Dusty's maid of honor. The producers are full of surprises, including old family secrets, long-lost relatives, and a hostile future mother-in-law who thinks Dusty and Dylan's family isn't good enough for her only son. At least there's Jamie, an adorably bookish groomsman who might just be the perfect antidote to all of Dylan's stress, if she can keep TRC from turning her into the next reality show sensation. So this is Prince in Disguise. If you like, I think that reality show sort of framework is so fun for a story like this. But if you're just looking for like a winter romance type of book, this would be a good one for you. This is my last book talk video of 2020. I'll be back early in January with another one, but if you wanted to get into the New Year spirit, you could check out The Resolutions by Mia Garcia. New Year's are for fresh starts, but Jess wants everything to go back to the way it was. From hiking trips to 4-person birthday parties to never-ending group texts, Jess, Lee, Ryan, and Nora have always been inseparable. But now, with senior year on the horizon, they've been growing apart. And so, as always, Jess makes a plan. Reinstating their usual tradition of making resolutions together on New Year's Eve, Jess adds a new twist. Instead of making their own resolutions, the 4 friends have to assign them to one another. Dares like kiss someone you know is wrong for you, find your calling outside your mom's Puerto Rican restaurant, finally learn Spanish, and say yes to everything. But as the year unfolds, Jess, Lee, Ryan, and Nora each test the bonds that hold them together. And amid first loves, heartbreaks, and life-changing decisions, beginning again is never as simple as it seems. So that's to get you all geared up for 2021, The Resolutions by Mia Garcia, and that's available in ebook format on Hoopla. So those were our wintry books for this week. You can take them out from the library by placing a hold online or giving us a call at 203-775-6241 to pick them up curbside. Or some of them are available, as I said, on Hoopla in ebook or audiobook format. If you are looking for book recommendations, feel free to check out our personalized reading form online under our teen tab. And I look forward to sharing a lot of books with you going forward into the new year as well. All right, have a good day.